and PhD and postdoctoral research in computer science and engineering. He is also a registered patent agent with the Government of India. Dr. Pareek brings over 13 years of academic experience, having published more than 150 research articles in Scopus indexed journals and conferences. He is the author of over 10 textbooks and has registered more than 50 industrial designs with the Indian Patent Office. His portfolio includes 25 granted international patents and 50 plus filed and published Indian utility patents. So, in addition to his academic and research pursuits, Dr. Pareek guides PhD scholars at Vishwesvaraya Technological University, Belgavi, the University of Mysore, Manipal University, Bengaluru, and NITTE University. He has successfully supervised the completion of 12 PhDs, including 6 from Visvesvaraya Technological University. He is a fellow of IETE, senior member of IEEE, and active member of ACM and IEI. Dr. Preek also serves as guest editor for MDPI Electronics and the Taylor and Francis book series. He regularly reviews for journals published by Springer, Elsewhere, Ville, Hindawi, and is an IPR and publication advisor in the education sector. So it's a very proud moment. He has been currently listed among the world's top 2% scientists for the year 2024, curated by Stanford University, USA. So we welcome you, Dr. Piyush Pareek, for the
Thank
expert talk on the title Evolution of Cyber Threats and the Need for Next Generation Solutions. So, sir, now you can continue, please.
thank you, Pankaj sir, for such a warm welcome. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, sir. So good evening, everyone. Uh, I would like to first begin by thanking the host institution, uh, Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College from Punjab, and Principal Sir Dr. Sejpal Ji Singh Sir, and Coordinator Dr. Pankaj Bamri Sir, and co-coordinator Dr. Sandeep Kumar Singla Sir for giving us the opportunity to attend this AICT Atal FDP sessions which are going on in online mode. So I would like to just in brief, in general, just touch upon all the important aspects of the threats. So cyber threats generally are dangerous or harmful activities which are happening on the internet, and this includes uh, events like stealing your personal information. Nowadays, if you observe a lot of websites or lot of applications, whichever you are using, it asks your personal information like name, date of birth, location is easily accessed by them, and whatever purchasing you do with your apps, that all history is recorded, and based on that, this when this information is stored, this data is stored, then there is a chance that there can be mis utilization of your information by these hackers. So recently, I would like to just share a small incident when I purchased my Tata Nexon car previous year. Immediately, as soon as I purchased, after 2 months, I get a call that, sir, we are from Tata company and you have purchased Tata Nexon. This is your car number. So we are just verifying the details and we have offer for you that in case your car gets breakdown and when you're going for servicing it, on spare parts we are going to give you 50% off on any spare part, and this is lifetime card which is given to you, so you can save up to 50% on some of the spare parts, and it ranges from 30% to 50%. So immediately as I bought new car, so I thought, okay, it is a good deal, and they told it is costing you 3,500, and you need not pay anything now, nor neither we are going to send you any OTP and all those things, nor any online link. Once the card is delivered to you, you can then pay to the salesperson who is coming and meeting you. Then when the after 1 week, I received a card and I was in my office. And my wife called me and she is asking, "Did you order something?" I told, "Who came?" Then she told, "Regarding some card he has come." I told, "Okay, okay, you pay him 3,500." Then she immediately paid. And when I came home and if I'm seeing the card, it is just in a normal packing. And if you see, it is just like a lamination, color print, back and front, and just they have written some phone numbers. And if we call them, there is no response. And when I search the same thing in Google, then it is saying that this is a fraud company which is cheating, which has already cheated lot of customers. So this was my personal experience 8 months ago with this cyber criminals. Then I thought, then I wanted to take some action. Then I thought, as a teacher, I don't have that much time. You all know, all of us are teachers, and we are busy with creating our content for the class students. And because all the subjects are getting updated every 2 years, it is almost what we have studied in engineering doesn't match with what we are teaching now. Everything we have to upgrade every day and day. So I thought it is of no use. Anyways, 3,500 is lost, so it is uh, gone. So likewise, they attack many people and they make earnings in crores of rupees, because people like us generally don't take any action, because 3,000, 2,000, it is a small amount for us. But when they do these crimes, they target lakhs of people and they earn in lakhs of crores of rupees. So that is their strategy. So this personal information, and suppose you are damaging your computer or tricking you into something unsafe, cyber criminals, also known as attackers, use these threats to gain access to your data, money, or devices. See, I have seen many times. Now it is even in our academic industry also. Uh, Recently, I saw one of my research scholar. He had some pressure in his college for publishing Q1, Q2 articles. So he joined hands with some people and he published one article which was Q1, and they all collaborated and they did. But then he received a mail that the data what he is using is of someone else, and they sent a threat mail to him from an unknown email ID that we are going to send a mail to your college principal, to your college management, and to all the faculties that you have stolen our data, and we are going to make it public. Immediately, then my friend, he got scared and he told me this is what has happened. Then we tried to identify the source of that email ID, and unfortunately, we identified that it were his own friends who were targeting him and teasing him for that paper which was published. So likewise, we are seeing even in our academic publishing, a lot of such things are happening. People join, collaborate, and later they create some nuisance that this data is fake, or we have done falsification or fabrication of data, and we are misrepresenting the data, and then they send us threat mails. And there is also some chances. There are also, it has been seen in many cases that they try to ask you money indirectly, and they say that, okay, okay, you don't retract the article, you can pay so much to us. So many things have come in almost each and everything. Not only this general crimes which are going on, even in academics it is going on. Some we jointly we collaborate with some external person without suppose there are four people in a research article or any research work, and we may know three or two out of them, but the fourth one is unknown, but we don't know who is that person. And sometimes if that fourth person turns out to be a wrong person, then it is harm to the complete all the other three people who have joined with him. So as a academician, I would like to request all of you that whenever you do any collaboration, you please make sure that you know all the people in that particular research work, or in case of patents also, you know all of them very well in person. Because nowadays, even to collaborate, we have to be very careful, because any wrong thing happens, directly mail comes to the college management and principals and HODs, and sometimes stricter action is taken against people. Even retraction of an article of ours is like a black mark for our career. So to avoid all these things, so it is better to be safe and to not collaborate with some random people whom we are getting, because lot of cyber crimes are happening, and even in academics it has widely spread now. Yeah, I think many of you would be receiving some messages, mails also, that join this article for XYZ amount for this position. All these are nothing but these are all cyber criminals only, because they may take your money and they may never add you also, and it will ultimately result to defamation of you, because you can neither share it with someone nor anyone is going to help you with this, because you can't say I paid so much, I was cheated. That is again shame for us only. So that kind of things are happening because they know how to target, they play with the emotions. Because nowadays, because in academia it is very much required that we publish good quality papers, and because of shortage of time it is not possible for us, because we are handling subjects, handling student project works, and we ourselves are doing PhD, and or we are guiding PhD, so we don't get lot of time. But in a year hardly to publish one paper also, it is difficult in good journal. But when expectations are more, these kind of cyber criminals come into picture and they try to exploit people of any field, not only academics, it is in all the fields. So some common examples, which includes phishing, like fake emails or messages pretending to be from a trusted person or company. You would have seen a lot of people in Facebook. They say that please don't transfer money to anyone. My Facebook account has been hacked, and don't transfer money to this person if he is asking any money. So like that, lot of fake accounts are created, fake software, fake our social media accounts are created, and people try to check who is very closer to us, with whom we have maximum photos, and they just directly ask him the money. So that kind of things we have already experienced a lot. And malware, like harmful softwares that can damage your computer or steal information. So you would have seen lot of softwares which are freely available, especially. So we have to be very careful when we are using free downloaded softwares. And ransomware, a type of malware again that locks your files and demands money to unlock them. So that is since many years going on. And identity theft, stealing your personal details to impersonate you. Like I mentioned, your account is created and with your name, and to your friends they ask money, or they even try to damage your image. So that is identity theft. So they just impersonate you and they try to extract money. And nowadays we have seen that even there are some video calls being made. See, they try to take all your photographs, and with the help of defects, they try to create a video of yours making a video call to your friend, wherein your voice is similarly imitated, and even your video is there. They ask you, hi, how are you? I urgently require 10,000. Can you transfer to this account? You will feel that the same person is asking you that. So that kind of attacks are being done now, especially in WhatsApp, Facebook, even in some of the most of the famous softwares are facing this kind of problems. Even Ola, this OLX, if you see the selling of old vehicles, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, there also you will find that people say that okay, for 5 lakh rupees you can buy this uh, say for example, you can buy this XUV 500 car. It is 3 years old for 5 lakh rupees. Immediately, any person who wants to go for a second hand car, he feels okay, this is a good deal, and he when he starts interacting, then they ask for some money to be put to block the car, and immediately once they transfer 10,000, 20,000 as the initial amount, they block the person completely. So that kind of crimes are nowadays very common. So what is the main how attack the main purpose is this, how attackers are exploiting our emotions. See, generally we say a human being is a in need of love, and every one of us if anyone speaks to us with love, we immediately help him, because the general nature of any human being is he wants to be peaceful, he wants to help others. This is general principle, or general basic nature of every human being on this earth, because uh, Almighty has created us, and we all are having that helping nature. So these attackers directly exploit our emotions. So cyber criminals, they often manipulate your emotions to trick people into making mistakes. The strategy is called social engineering. So they target basic human instincts like fear. As I said, they'll add you in some paper and suddenly you join those research articles, and then they try to threaten you. And some type of curiosity. You would have seen, okay, you join our a freelancing job, you deposit 10,000 every day, you can earn 2,000. Such kind of attacks they do. And for greed, obviously, in the need of more money, in order to satisfy our to upgrade our family lifestyle, we always think that we require more money, and we fall a prey for such things like, for example, in share market or in mutual funds or in IPOs. Some people simply make us to join some groups, and initially they will give us some profits, and later then you will feel like, okay, I want 30, 40,000. Then he'll say, okay, you deposit 1 lakh to your account, I will handle your account, and monthly we can divide the profit or loss, and they somehow steal all your money. So such things have happened out of because of our greed only. So these emotions, we have to be very careful. And how they do it is, first is fear. They create panic by sending alarming messages. Example, you would have seen your bank account has been hacked, click here to secure it. Or we require your KYC verification for your HP gas cylinder or some other gas agency. So such kind of messages out of fear, because of which you will feel that, okay, I have to attend this. Or your daughter or son is not feeling well in the school, so he's fallen sick, kindly take him. And suddenly, such kind of by increasing your fear, or by playing with your emotion of fear, they try to send you some messages. It may be related to finance or hospitals, or with respect to your elderly people in your home. And urgency, they make you feel rushed to act without thinking. Example, limited time offer, update your account details immediately to avoid closure. So as I said, when I heard about this Tata Nexon offer, I thought, okay, it is new car. They have mentioned all the details properly, and it's okay, 30%, 35% off on spare parts. It is 3,500 I have to pay. So I'll just take it. So in suddenly they'll call, and you will not have so much time also to think. And curiosity, they pique your interest with mysterious or exciting messages. Example, you have an unknown patent, unknown payment, like click here to check the details. You would have seen in a lot of apps, after you install, you have 5,000, you have earned rupees 5,000, 2,000 rupees is credited to your account. Kindly install this app and utilize the amount what you have received. So such kind of curiosity messages. Then greed, they promise rewards that are too good to be true. For example, congratulations, you have won a lottery, claim your prize now. So, for the sake of greed, we fall prey to such messages. And sympathy or trust, uh, they pretend to be someone in need or a trusted figure. For example, your friend, I am your friend stuck abroad. Please send some money to help me. Recently, one of my close friend, he received a message from his teacher's account. Generally, what happens? We all respect our teachers who have taught us in life. So one of my friend received a teacher from our HOD, and he was actually in abroad, and he asked some amount. He told, I want the amount in this ID. Please send amount to this phone pay number. I am unable to transfer amount to my mother, so you please transfer to this phone pay number. I'll later transfer to your account. I am in urgency, so please help immediately, because it was his HOD's message, so he transferred. Later on, after 1 or 2 days, his HOD is posting, my account is hacked, kindly don't send any money. So such kind of sympathy or trust, if you are trusting some people, they try to pretend like them, and they try to extract money out of you. So this is out of sympathy or trust. So we should always, because these attackers always, they target our, or they exploit our emotions. Only when we in all these five criterias only we get attacked. If we are very much aware of all these kinds of latest trends what are happening in the market, and we also should educate it, not to only we no, we should not only be educated about all these things, but also we should share it with our friends and family members. Because now once I got cheated with my Tata car, this thing I have shared this almost to many people. At least they will become alert, and they're at least in such cases they directly contact the Tata showroom only and they just verify. So we have to be very careful. So this why these kind of tactics work, or this kind of things work, because emotional reaction, generally people tend to react emotionally before thinking logically, especially under stress or excitement. And lack of awareness, as many people are not familiar with the common cyber scams which are happening. And credibility of appearance, these attacks often look very convincing, mimicking real companies or people. And trust in technology, many assume what they see online is safe or true. So that is always not true. Even now, if you see, if you see my parents, they never use phone pay, Google Pay, or any online transfer. They have cash in hand only. And that is, sometimes I feel that is the best way also. But again, we have to upgrade ourselves, and we have to make maximum utilization of the skilled latest technologies and trends. But because of all these attacks happening, we always feel, oh, it is unsafe. See, recently I'll tell you one of the example. When I visited a college in Kerala for some IPR talk, so there the faculties member shared with me one uh, incident. They said that, sir, we received salary on 31st, and on first of on the next day, that is on the first, everyone's salary account was again debited by some hacker. So they lost their 1 month salary immediately. The complete college account of the faculties were hacked, and they lost 1 month salary. And till now they have not been able to recover it. So such things happen, wherein we still don't know how to um, solve such problems. Because, and that was from a government bank account only, it was not some local bank, it was a trusted nationalized bank account only. Then after some 15 days, 20 days, somehow the college because they say that there is some time limit after 24 hours, 48 hours. Within that, if some you complain to the respective authorities, they can take some actions on that. So then somehow they try to uh, take some necessary steps, and from the management side they approach the bank, and everyone's accounts were again somehow they try to retain it, and after 2 3 months they got the money. So this is what is happening. So these tactics basically work because of these four things: fear, urgency, curiosity, greed, and sympathy or trust. You would have seen many times people say, my father is hospitalized, or he or she is hospitalized. They take the money and they run away. So basically it is not only because it has now become very easy for them to attack, because every one of us is connected to world wide web. Every one of us are using apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, and Book My Show app, or you take any software application which is used in general. So everyone, even a normal vegetable vendor, also has a smartphone with him. So because of online connect or getting connected with online, everyone is even prone is unsafe to if it is unsafe, because it is very easy for the hackers to track our information, and what different kinds of technologies they used. In further slides I will be sharing it. So basically they, and how to protect yourself, these are just general guidelines. So you have to always pause and think. So don't react immediately to alarming or enticing messages. So we always they say that my teacher used to say me that there are no free lunches in this world. So they say that no one will give you free lunch anywhere except in your state, because of good support what your community does with poor people. In Gurudwara, they give free food to poor people. Apart from such kind of holistic events, I don't think nowhere in the world they give you free lunch without any intention. So always we have to pause and think. If anyone is giving you some, say, land or some flat for half the rate or 30% discount, or some any product which wherever you are buying for some discounted price, and they'll say it is last piece, you have to react immediately. This is the last piece of product which is left over. Then immediately we think, okay, if I don't buy, someone else will buy. So you should always be having the pause and think attitude. You should not react immediately to such exciting messages or threatening messages by anyone. Verifying the source. Check if the email, call what you receive, or message is genuinely from the claimed sender, because sometimes they just mimic the company's name, and you will feel that it is the same company from where you have received the mail. And it is even happening in our placements also. If you observe, sometimes students are getting some interviews, they are attending the interviews, and they are getting selected, they are getting offer letters, and they say that you have to pay 20,000 caution deposit for to our company, and after they deposit the money, it is gone. So such kind of scams are happening even for our placements, from for the placements also, because a lot of students are attending offline campus drives, and there also they such kind of scams are taking place nowadays. So verifying the source, whether email, call, or message is genuinely from the claim sender or not. So always we have to verify whenever it comes to any free gifts receiving or making any payments from your side. Everything has to be very carefully verified, and avoid clicking links. So hover over links to see the real URL before clicking. So sometimes what happens, they just send us the link, we just click over it, and you would have seen some of the uh, forwarded messages many times. As soon as you click, okay, claim this offer 80% off on so and so brand, and after you click that, it will ask for your personal information, and later it will say that you kindly share this with 5 other people in the WhatsApp and earn one more point, and we will send you the discount coupon. The moment you share, that message keep on getting clicked by many people, and most of your personal information is getting leaked, and the people in the links, their personal information, there are a lot of chances of their sessions getting tracked in their mobile phone or in laptops. So like your mobile history or your laptop history, or even they just take down, make a note of your sessions cookies, which have your password sometimes saved. So all those methods they try. So hover over links to see the real URL before clicking, and using strong passwords. And what I suggest is you have to make sure you change your password once in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and you should have a lot of you should protect your accounts with very unique and complex passwords. Generally, we give 1 2 3 4 0 0 0. All such kind of simple passwords should be always avoided, and generally we give our year of birth, date of birth. All this many people amongst us do. So you should not give such kind of passwords which can be easily tracked. And stay informed. You are learning about common scams and cyber threats which are happening across the globe, and try to be having sufficient knowledge on all these things. So now evolution of cyber threats, like how it was earlier. If you see, it began with this creeper virus in 1971, the first virus, and then followed by some Morris worm 1988, highlighted vulnerabilities in ARPANET softwares and impact. The impact was experimental and low malicious content. That time it was not much loss to the people, but going forward, when the rise of malware happened, spreading of ransomware and spyware, for example, Lambda and SQL slammer worms. So this impacted millions of dollars lost and data compromised. And in 2020, if you see, state-sponsored attacks, ransomware as a service, AI-powered cyber threats, this has impacted global economic loss and critical infrastructural risk. So if you see the graph of number of threats in millions over time, there is a sharp increase from the year 2020. There's a lot of growth in this cyber threat since over the years. So I just would like to highlight few of the significant cyber attacks which happened in India in 2024. So WazirX cryptocurrency exchange breach, which happened uh, in by which was done by North Korean hackers. They stole around $230 million worth of cryptocurrencies from WazirX app, exploiting vulnerabilities in its multi-signature wallet. So it almost cost the loss of around $230 million. So reputational damage, loss of user trust in cryptocurrency platforms, and it has impacted the operational impact on it was temporary suspension of services affecting over 10 million users of that application. So WazirX, as we know that it is a cryptocurrency software which is used for trading. So the app had to stop, and because it had cost almost $230 million wiped off from the accounts of the users. This has been taken from source of Satrix website. And ransomware attack on CH technology. So a ransomware attack disrupted banking services for 300 cooperative and regional banks. The attackers encrypted systems demanding ransom payments. So almost 50 to 100 crores due to transaction disruptions and ransom payments had taken place. And the effect on operation was service outages for hours, leading to loss of customer trust. See what happens in banking sector. Even if your 1 rupee is lost from your account, it is almost this is a critical system. So anything which any such critical, if you see banking sector, if 1 rupee is debited or credited from your account from an unknown source, then you will lose trust on the bank, and it will lose it. Eventually your customer base will be lost, and the company will come to a shutdown phase. And so especially in terms of financial companies, they have to be very careful with all the latest technologies. They have to be very careful with the cyber crimes and have their apps protected from all of these, because nowadays with the help of AI and ML also, they have become very much advanced nowadays, attackers. So healthcare data breach in Rajasthan. This was the third attack in this year. Most important attack. A misconfigured subdomain exposed sensitive health records of over 1 million patients. So there was data compromise, leakage of sensitive health data, and financial loss was around 20 crores, and which resulted in penalties also by the government. And reputation loss was also there, public distrust in government healthcare systems. And cyber attacks on Indian government departments. State sponsored actors launched 388 cyber attacks on Indian government departments targeting defense, research, and educational sectors. So the losses were data loss had happened, lot of sensitive national defense and research information, and financial, in terms of finance, 500 crores was lost, and in terms of operation, delays in government projects and research initiatives. And malware and ransomware surge. India experienced 370 million malware attacks and over 1 million ransomware detections targeting critical sectors like healthcare and security. And the loss was around 1,000 crores for recovery and ransom payments. And operations, it stopped the widespread disruptions in healthcare and banking sectors. And Burger Singh website defacement. So Pakistani hackers from Team Insane, uh, PK, defaced the website of Indian food franchisee Burger Singh as part of ongoing cyber skirmishes. And losses were reputation. See, once the reputation damaged, the business is gone. So almost, as I said, if financial, if it is a bank, and if there is a any debit or credit happening without any knowledge, the people lose trust, and the bank almost the customer base completely vanishes in very lesser time. So they, once the reputation or damage to the brand image, then the company itself comes to the closure. So operational issue, online services halted for 12 hours because of this website defacement. And Maldives government cyber attack. So Indian hacktivists targeted Maldivian government websites, defacing sites like the Home Ministry and President's Office websites. And the loss was operational loss and diplomatic, strained Indian Maldives relationships because So sometimes these attackers may also try to bring a war-like situation between two countries. It is not just they do it for money, or it is not only for money. Sometimes they, if they want to close some bank, they can close it by doing all such criminal activities and doing a lot of attacks on the banks. And if they want to create war-like situation, also it is possible. They that is what in this Maldives government cyber attack, they are mentioning the loss was diplomatic. They strained Indian Maldives relationships. So Qantas frequent flyer data breach details employees of Indian SATs exploited access to steal Qantas customer frequent flyer points comprising 1,000 accounts. So losses were financial loss was around 15 crores and legal costs people who had their accounts they'll file a lawsuits and for that 25 crores company had to pay and reputational damage which cannot be calculated because once the company's trust is lost by the customers then the company has to shut down because nowadays they say that earlier the life of a fortune 500 company was 50 years 100 years like that, but now in today's scenario they say that the life of any multinational company or if it is a fortune 500 company also they can't guarantee that this company is going to sustain for next 5 years or 10 years. Such is the competition and such are the cyber criminals who can damage the or turn the company's images. And cyber attack on Indian energy sector. So here they say that details are like hackers targeted critical infrastructure in India's energy sector, causing operational disruptions. Financial loss was around 500 crores due to downtime and mitigation cost. And operational problems what they faced was threatened national energy reliability. And cyber attacks on educational institutions. Educational institutions faced 593 cyber attacks targeting research data and student records. Financial loss was around 200 crores, and reputation or loss of international collaborations because people will not collaborate. If you see nowadays, lot of retractions are happening, and uh, even people if we are submitting any articles from our continent Asia they don't easily accept it unless we have a person from a very reputed university. So it will damage the country's image also. Now India in terms of retraction it is standing in top 10 places in the country. However, in producing quality content also our country is standing in top 10. But we have to be very careful with respect to our educational institutions in collaborating with good people and whom you know, not simply collaborating with people whom you make friendship in LinkedIn. Unless you have visited those people, have good relations with them, then only you have to collaborate. Because even if we don't publish papers also it is fine, it is not a crime. But if we are stuck in such things then it will you will lose the moral and you may not publish also in future. So it is better to go slowly and to go with the right kind of relationship or friendship with people in. So this is WFEF Global Cyber Security Outlook. This is a report which I have shared with sir. Sir will be sharing it in the group. So I just want to highlight some few things here. So this report was in collaboration with Accenture. So Global Cyber Security Outlook from the World Economic Forum Insight Report 2024. So I'll just highlight few of the points, not everything, because I have shared the report in detail. You can not study it later. So there is growing cyber inequity between organizations that are cyber resilient and those that are not. And emerging technology will exacerbate long-standing challenges related to cyber resilience. The cyber skills and talent shortage continues to widen at an alarming rate. If we see that half of the smallest organizations by revenue say they either do not have or are unsure as to whether they have skills they need to meet their cyber objectives. There is a lot of demand with respect to cyber skills in our graduates. So if we can also target to upskilling our students with the cyber security skills, then it is very easy for them to get a job opportunity as well. So they say that only 15% of all the organizations are optimistic that cyber skills and education will significantly improve in the next 2 years. Rest of them think still there is going to be a shortage. So 52% of public organizations state that a lack of resources and skills is the biggest challenge when designing for cyber resilience. So alignment between cyber and business is becoming more common. So 29% of organizations reported that they had been materially affected by a cyber incident in past 12 months. So you can imagine 29% of organizations were affected or attacked. So the largest organizations say that the highest barrier to cyber resilience is transforming legacy technology and processes. And cyber ecosystem risk is becoming more problematic. 40% of the organizations that suffered a material incident in the past 12 months say it was caused by a third party source. And 54% of organizations have an insufficient understanding of cyber vulnerabilities in their supply chain. Even 64% of the executives who believe that their organization's resilience meets its minimum requirements to operate say they still have an inadequate understanding of their supply chain cyber vulnerabilities. So sometimes in their supply chain, 10-20% they are taking the losses without understanding where what is the root cause, or to conduct failure mode effective analysis in such of the cases by understanding the frequency, by understanding the severity. Unless lot of damage is caused, they also ignore and they just are going ahead. So 60% of the executives agree that cyber and privacy regulations effectively reduce risk in their organization systems, up by 21% since 2022. So there has to be stronger cyber and privacy regulations effectively utilized by everyone. So 90% of cyber leaders who attended the annual meeting, which was conducted by the Accenture, so they say that 90% of cyber leaders who attended the annual meeting on cyber security believe that inequity between the cyber security ecosystem requires an urgent action. So more low revenue organizations are losing resilience than gaining it, and more high revenue organizations are maturing into leaders in cyber resilience. So people who are investing more into keeping their organization safe are taking the benefit out of it, but the middle, small and medium level enterprises are getting maximum affected by this. So emerging technologies will exacerbate long-standing challenges related to cyber resilience. So in the next 2 years, will generative AI provide overall cyber advantage to attackers or defenders? So they say that if you observe the poll here, the question is, in the next 2 years, will our generative AI provide overall cyber advantage to attackers or defenders? So the question was whether this AI is going generative AI LLMs, are they going to help attackers, or they are going to help the company in securing it? So they say that 55.9% believe that it is going to be misused by the attackers, and 35% did not give any opinion, and 8.9 said no, it is going to help the company. So why are you most concerned about regards to generative AI's impact on cyber? So the answer, if you just observe, advance of adversarial capabilities like phishing, malware development, and deep fakes is going to increase with the help of generative AI. Data leaks, exposure of personal identification information through generative AI, which I gave you some examples initially. Increased complexity of security governance, technical security of the AI systems themselves. So software supply chain and code development risk potential backdoors. So if you see, majorly they feel that people are concerned in related to generative AI's impact on cyber in terms of it is going to advance the phishing, malware development, deepfakes. So it is actually a threat according to the survey which was carried out. So 93% of leaders of organizations excelling in cyber resilience trust their CEO to speak externally about their cyber risk. So on few questions like, do you believe cyber and privacy regulations effectively reduce cyber risk? So answer was 60% believed yes, the cyber and privacy regulations could effectively reduce cyber risk. However, few disagreed with the fact because they feel that the attackers are still smarter than the policies we are trying to implement. And does your organization have the skills need to respond to and recover from a cyber attack? So, public organizations, 52% said yes, we have the talent, we have the skills to recover from the attacks. Whereas medium revenue organizations said 38% only agreed that they have the skills required to recover from the cyber attacks. And low revenue organizations further said 35% they agreed that uh, they have the skills needed to respond. It means that 65% they believe we don't have. So it is almost 50% of them believe we are not capable of uh, we are lacking in the skills needed to respond to recover from such kind of cyber attacks. So for any organization, the partners in its ecosystem are both the greatest asset and the biggest hindrance to a secure, resilient, and trustworthy digital future. So do you have visibility of your third party risk? So maximum people, our cyber resilience is insufficient. So so many 71% of them had they said that okay, we have visibility of the third party risk. If we are using the third party sources, we know that they are not secured and we can't trust the third party sources. So understanding global cyber inequity. So a systematic solution is needed to address this inequity in cyber resilience capacity across organizations and countries, not just one country, whole of the globe. If it comes together, it becomes very easy to fight these cyber criminals. So one more point I would just like to share here. So this in detail you can take a look later. And sectors that leaders perceive will be affected by generative AI with percentages and perceived resilience. If you see the industries here, percentage of leaders who think generative AI will most significantly affect cybersecurity in the next 2 years. So cybersecurity related industries feel 65% they will be affected. Agriculture, food and beverage 63%. Banking and capital markets 56%. Likewise, you can see different sectors. Software and platform industries also feel they will be affected by generative AI crimes. So 15%. Highest being cybersecurity related companies itself. So we must strengthen our defenses across the board, and the same can be true for an emerging technology. A lot of the attack vectors seem to be the same, they just tend to be amplified in different situations and different cases. So they say that the struggle to maintain high quality or even adequate cyber resilience capability is fast becoming a zero sum game. So when all the countries and all the multinational companies they come together, then only the cyber maturity gap between these large companies and middle companies and even smaller companies can be bridged, and they can prevent the attacks happening for their sectors. So this is a detailed report, so you can take care of it later. Uh, so I would like to play this short video. Sir, is the voice coming in the video, sir, when I'm playing? Pankaj, sir?
No, no, sir. No
No,
sound is
now
there. No, no sound.
it's coming, sir.
No, sir.
No sound is coming, sir. No sound.
Not audible, sir.
No,
Not audible, sir.
Sir, how to? 1 second.
Not audible, sir.
Sir, now in this video, sir. This video, sir.
Not audible, sir.
Pankaj, sir, can you play these two videos? I'll share it to you. Pankaj, sir.
Okay. Piyush sir, you can try once again, I think.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you need to share the entire screen. Only then the sound will be there.
Yes, sir. Entire screen only. Sir, check, sir. Is it audible?
No, still not there.
Audible,
So
sir?
there is, so no sound. So there is one option when you are clicking on the share button.
Yes, sir.
There is one option include sound. You have to click on that.
Share include sound, sir.
On top of this, whenever you're
Yes, sir.
clicking on
Yes, sir. I got, sir. I got. Sorry.
Have you ever
Sir,
wondered how
audible,
secure
sir?
your digital world truly is? In an
Audible,
Yes,
sir?
yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
era where technology intertwines with almost every aspect of our lives, cybersecurity plays a crucial role in ensuring our digital safety. But as technology evolves, so do the threats we face. Today, let's delve into the latest trends in cybersecurity threats and the innovative solutions designed to combat them. Pioneering this discussion are the ever-evolving cybersecurity threats. As we speak, cybercriminals are becoming more sophisticated, employing advanced techniques that are harder to detect and mitigate. A prime example of this is the rise of deepfakes. These are artificial intelligence-powered manipulations of audio and video content that are alarmingly realistic. This poses significant threats to individuals and organizations alike, from damaging reputations to spreading misinformation on a grand scale. Another alarming trend is the surge in ransomware attacks. These malicious software attacks lock out users from their systems or personal files and demand a ransom to regain access. It's a digital hostage situation that has seen a disturbing rise in recent years, targeting not just individuals but hospitals, schools, and governments around the world. But it's not all doom and gloom. On the other side of the coin, we have the latest innovations in cybersecurity solutions. Machine learning and artificial intelligence, for instance, are now being harnessed to detect and counter cyber threats more effectively. These technologies can learn from previous attacks to predict and prevent future ones, making our digital defenses more robust than ever. Blockchain technology also holds great potential in bolstering cybersecurity. With its decentralized and transparent nature, blockchain can provide an added layer of security, making it extremely difficult for hackers to manipulate data. Moreover, the rise of quantum computing presents both a challenge and an opportunity. While it could potentially empower hackers with unprecedented capabilities, it can also revolutionize encryption, making our digital communications virtually unhackable. In summary, the world of cybersecurity is in a constant state of flux. The threats we face are becoming more complex and sophisticated, with deepfakes and ransomware attacks leading the charge. However, the future is not bleak. Innovations in artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain technology, and quantum computing are rising to meet these challenges, promising a future where our digital lives are safer and more secure. Remember, in the digital world, staying a step ahead is crucial. It's not just about protecting our data, but preserving trust, integrity, and freedom in our increasingly connected lives. Stay vigilant, stay safe.
In this video, we'll uncover the latest threats lurking in the digital landscape and unveil the cutting-edge solutions that keep your data safe. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of the cybersecurity curve. Let's start the video. Number 1. Malware. Threat. Malware encompasses various malicious software types, such as viruses that replicate and harm files, ransomware that encrypts data for extortion, Trojans that disguise as legitimate software, and spyware that stealthily collects sensitive information. These threats can lead to data breaches, system disruptions, and financial losses. Solution: regularly updating antivirus software ensures it can detect and combat the latest malware strains effectively, providing a crucial defense layer against infections. Employing email filtering solutions helps block malicious attachments and links, reducing the chances of malware spreading through phishing emails. Regularly backing up critical data in systems ensures that in the event of a ransomware attack, data can be restored without paying the ransom, reducing financial impact and downtime. Educating employees about safe browsing practices and the risks of downloading or clicking on suspicious content can minimize the introduction of malware into the organization. Number 2. Phishing. Threat. Phishing attacks rely on deceitful emails or messages to deceive users into divulging sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. These attacks can lead to data breaches, identity theft, and financial losses for individuals and organizations. Solution: utilizing email filtering tools can automatically identify and block many phishing emails, preventing them from reaching employees' inboxes. Implementing MFA adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to provide additional authentication factors beyond just a password, making it more challenging for attackers to compromise accounts even if they have stolen login credentials. Providing regular training to employees helps them recognize and report phishing attempts, reducing the likelihood of falling victim to such attacks. Number 3. Data breaches. Threat. Data breaches involve unauthorized access to sensitive information, potentially resulting in the exposure, theft, or misuse of confidential data. These breaches can lead to reputational damage, legal consequences, and financial losses. Solution: encrypting sensitive data at rest and in transit ensures that even if unauthorized access occurs, the data remains unreadable without the appropriate decryption keys. Implementing RBAC allows organizations to restrict access to data based on employees' roles and responsibilities, reducing the risk of unauthorized users gaining access to sensitive information. Employ strong authentication methods like multi-factor authentication (MFA) to verify users' identities, making it more challenging for unauthorized individuals to access critical systems and data. Number 4. DDoS attacks. Threat. Distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks aim to disrupt websites or networks by inundating them with an overwhelming volume of traffic. This surge in traffic makes the targeted resources unavailable, causing service interruptions and potential financial losses. Solution: configure firewalls to filter and block incoming traffic that appears suspicious or matches known attack patterns. This can help reduce the impact of DDoS attacks. Utilize CDNs to catch and serve content from geographically distributed servers. CDNs can absorb much of the DDoS traffic and provide a layer of protection. Work with your internet service provider, ISP, to have the ability to rapidly scale up your bandwidth during a DDoS attack, which can help absorb the attack traffic. Implement network traffic monitoring and anomaly detection systems to identify unusual traffic patterns that might indicate a DDoS attack in progress. Number 5. IoT vulnerabilities. Threat. Insecure Internet of Things (IoT) devices can be targeted by attackers as entry points to compromised networks, leading to data breaches, unauthorized access, and potential control of connected devices. Solution: Immediately change default usernames and passwords on IoT devices to unique, strong credentials to prevent easy access by attackers using default settings. Isolate IoT devices from critical network segments by creating a separate network or VLAN, virtual local area network, for them. This limits the potential impact of a compromised IoT device. Regularly update the firmware or software of IoT devices to patch known vulnerabilities. Manufacturers often release security updates to address weaknesses in their device's software. Evaluate IoT device vendors based on their commitment to security, track record for releasing updates, and responsiveness to security vulnerabilities. Choose reputable vendors known for prioritizing security. If you found this content valuable, please show your support by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below.
So as some of the common cyber security attacks which were shown in the videos like phishing, phishing, whaling, smishing, wishing, dumpster diving, tailgating, baiting, impersonation. These are just different categories of attacks, and I would like to show you further. So you can just make a note of this website. Sir, is the screen visible, sir? Pankaj, sir?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So I just want to show you now the various inventions which have come with respect to the cyber security domain. So this is a website patent lens, lens.org, and this you can register with your college email ID. It is free for all the academicians. So I have already registered in this, so I'll give my login ID and password. So here you can give a search like cyber security. I just want to see what are the latest inventions on cyber security. So I have found out 43,593 patents that are already filed on cyber security. So here you can read all the patents information, what was their invention about. So here you can see first one, mitigating cyber attacks by automatically coordinating responses from cyber security tools. See, the reason why I am showing you this website is, so any company having most intellectual property rights on these technologies are going to be the top leaders in future. So you can do the analysis of this patent analysis for this topic. The number of patent documents rising. So you can see the rise. Document count in 2001 was 146, whereas in 2024, the total number of patent applications which were granted 3,315 as on today. And the top applicants or the top companies who have applied, IBM 1,235 patents, Pure Storage 922, Microsoft 546, Palantir 538, Nokia 535, UAB 431, Honeywell 419, likewise Boeing 382, Cisco 311. So these are the companies, leading companies or top applicants who have who have patents on the cyber security solutions. And patent documents by jurisdiction, if you see, 33,784 applications were granted in United States. And top CPC classification codes somewhere related to physics, machine learning, dynamic detection, electricity, traffic logging, electricity vulnerability analysis using hash chains, example blockchains or hash trees, network security, and top owners IBM followed by Pure Storage, Microsoft, Palantir, AT&T, Strong Force IoT portfolio, Boeing, Cisco, Nokia, etc. And top agents or attorneys which have which have been successful in getting the grant. Foley and Lardner LLP, 404 patents they got granted for their clients, followed by Knob Martins 366, the Patani Law Group 251, Fish and Richardson 245, likewise the other companies. So who were the top innovators? So you can see Sella Charles Howard. This scientist holds around 605 patents on cyber security. So you can imagine the net worth of this scientist. And this is based on the years number of patents which were, you can see the increase. So red part is showing the patented, green are discontinued or expired ones. So likewise, you can go for any topic and you can search for the patents in the latest technologies and understand what is important for our students, which domain they can target, and they can think of startup or any other things. Okay. So coming to the common cyber security attacks and defense strategies. So as you have already seen in the video, just I will just glance based on the time being. So phishing. So what is this phishing? Phishing is the fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information by disguising oneself as a trustworthy entity in an email. So 91%, according to the United States Secret Service, 91% of all the cyber attacks begin with phishing. And what are the objectives of these phishing attacks? Personally identifiable information, financial information, account information, payment processes, owned invoices. See, owned invoices, as I mentioned, the car example, if they get any of my invoices, they'll say I have purchased that product on so and so date. How is the product? Do you like it? And then further, they'll try to cheat me by giving some more, by giving some additional product and then cheating. So even if they get invoices, what you have, that itself is sufficient to cheat you. Then company structure information and internal communications between your clients, login credentials, passwords, defense posture, then deployment of malware, then ransomware. So who is at risk? Phishing fraud has affected the largest global corporations and governments all the way down to small businesses and even individuals. So globally, from June 2016 till present, current losses are over $26 billion. It is a very huge amount. Lakhs of crores of rupees has been looted. So red flags and warning signs. So how can you uh, be alert? So urgency, as we saw in the initial slides, based on urgency of request, they try to attack you. Out of contact and or lack of contact, language and grammar, multiple instruction emails, links or attachments, no prior web presence or footprint, use of chat apps like web, WhatsApp, Telegram. See, anything you receive on the social media, generally you can't trust it very easily. And use of non-traditional methods like giving you gift cards, money orders, etc. And use of irreversible or hard to track payments like virtual currency, cryptocurrencies, or wires. So this is one of the sample internet banking security reminder. So you will get some mails like this. Click the following link to renew your car insurance or bike insurance or health insurance. Access now immediately. As soon as you click, you will be they will be knowing that it is under due and you will receive mails, and immediately you will fall prey without verifying whether the email address is genuine or not. For example, here you can see this email is clearly not from Facebook. Billvilla at S16 205655.onlinehome.server information. So no indication that they know who you are. Generally, they'll send a generic mail without telling your name and no name or other contact details. Although automated messages are less likely to have that information. So all these things are red flags. You have to be careful. So generally they exploits the greed. Grammatical errors sometimes are there in the mails. Targets and implausible stories, some fake stories. Targets banking and other personal identifiable information. No links or attachments, depends on a response from the victim. Now, once you get some mails, you reply, then again they target you. So, for example, coronavirus time, they looted lot of money by asking donations. You have been chosen for a donation of humanitarian funds of rupees so and so. We request you to send the money, all those things. So, these are few of the red flags which you can see. So what you can do is awareness is the key. You should not click on any links or attachments. Watch for the red flags clearly. Use a good spam filter, but recognize it will not catch everything. Because even if you apply spam filter, still you will receive some of the hackers messages. Use authentication checking like sender policy framework, domain keys identification mails, domain based message authentication reporting and conformance. Avoid sending personal information if anyone asks you. Verify suspicious requests. Use strong passwords. So similarly, spear phishing. So likewise, all the attacks in detail with the flags have been explained here. I have shared the PPT with the organizers. You can download the PPT and just go through the different kinds of attack. So the only solutions here in all different types of attacks you can see: be suspicious of urgent security alerts or short-term bargains, ignoring messages from financial institutions asking your personal information, do not respond, look for suspicious phone numbers. So the moment you receive any such messages, you consider that it is a hacker's message only. Don't think it is a good message, then doubt on it. Better you doubt on it, and then after you get clarification that it is from a trusted source, then only you have to give your information. So wishing again, so in wishing, what happens? Voice phishing takes place. It is a fraudulent practice of making phone calls or leaving voice messages purporting to be from reputable companies in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information. So what is their objective? To take your personal information, convincing you to pay the attacker money. So anyone using mobile phone can be attacked for that. So the red flags or warning signs are: the caller claims to represent the IRS or income tax department or any of such government agencies, and there is a frantic sense of urgency. The caller asks you for your personal information. So there are some mails like you have a court case against you, we have a court case against you, all those things you should be alert. So dumpster diving tactics. So here again, network and security information can be used directly in a hacking attack. Personal information can be used in a phishing, spear phishing, wheeling, smishing, or wishing attack. So never underestimate the importance of physical security. Destroy any CDs, DVDs containing personal data. When decommissioning a computer, delete all the data. Use a firewall to prevent attackers from accessing discarded data. Permanently destroy or shred paper documents. Have a safe disposal policy. Lock waste bins. So impersonation examples you can see here. Photographer with over 500 friends on Facebook and LinkedIn. Most of our friends will be of the same age group. Then they'll target people like it is happening in India through Facebook and all similar. So what you can do in such identification scams: when in doubt about someone's identity, contact them directly. Be aware of your surroundings. Adhere to your company's organizational policies or procedures. So these are a few of the ransomwares or other attacks, e-commerce attacks which had happened. Some snapshots here. So when we all work together, like large companies, mobile users, home users, small corporations, schools, health and essential services, then only we can come up with some strong policies against the hackers and then come up with a viable solution. Otherwise, it will become very difficult. And as many of the multinational companies CEOs said that they are going to make use of the generative AI and increase the types of attacks, whatever they are doing, like deepfakes, etc. So, in view of time, I would like to conclude my talk here. And uh, I have shared this complete PPT. I have just covered 50% of the slides. In respect of time, you can just, in your free time, you can go with all the slides and the complete report which I referred. You can collect it from the organizer, sir. So thank you everyone. First of all, for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. And wholeheartedly, I would like to wish everyone very happy New Year. Uh, and thank you everyone for staying, despite being New Year's previous day, you were still with all with the session. So thank you everyone for your kind support and for attending this session. So all the materials I have shared with sir. In your free time, whenever possible, you please go through it in your free time. So thank you everyone. And if you have any questions also, you can please mail it to my email ID, any kind of questions related to IPR. I will be also happy to share the details. And if possible, whatever questions you have, I would like to answer it. You can mail me anytime. And thank you everyone. Happy New
Thank
Year
you,
once again.
Piyush sir. Thank you, sir.
Happy New Year once again, sir.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year to you also, sir. And it was a
Thank you, sir.
wonderful session and great learning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Piyush sir.
Thank
So,
you.
as per the received comments in the chat box, so your session is well appreciated.
Thank you,
On
sir.
the behalf of the organizing team, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Piyush for delivering an insightful and thoughtful provoking session on the evolution of cyber threats and the need for next-gen solutions. So your expertise and engaging presentations have truly enriched our understanding of this crucial and evolving field. So, sir, your ability to dissect the complex topics and present them in a manner that resonates with both novices and seasoned professional is commendable. So the real world examples that you have shared, the innovative strategies, the forward thinking solutions you shared have left a lasting impact on all of us. So this session has not only expanded our knowledge, but also sparked a sense of responsibility to stay vigilant and proactive in addressing these cyber threats. So your presence here has added immense value to this Atal sponsored FDP. So personally, I am moved by your passion and commitment to this subject, and it inspires us to approach our work with the same level of dedication and innovation. So once again, I thank you for taking time to share your invaluable insights with us. I am also grateful to all the participants for their active engagements and enthusiasm. Although it is the last day of the year, and let's take the lessons learned here to further our contributions to a safer digital ecosystem. So it is like whenever we have to board or to cover a particular distance, so some precautionary measures are required to be taken up for our automobile or locomotive to check the tire, diesel, petrol, etc. So in the similar fashion, we have to move to the next year. So some precautionary measures or some techniques through which we can avoid these threats, so they are being discussed and they are required to be adopted. So I'm very grateful to all the participants, particularly the resource person, in the way he has delivered. It was very calm and the real-time examples, personal examples that he has shared. So it is a very wonderful session. So I am thank you. I feel thankful and wishing everyone continued success in their endeavors and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thanks.
So now we can disconnect or close this session, and we will meet together on the next year, that is on the 1st January 2025.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.